What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy, G, the #1 Cowboy fan, Hampton, coming at you live, direct, and correct with some Mo news. That's right, I said Mo news. Mo news that you can use. And here we are with the Cowboy Huddle podcast. Let's give it up. Oh, yeah. We're back. I know it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I know you probably saying, dang, G has been missing in action. But let me tell you something. What I will not do, I will not come on this channel and just give you fillers. I'm not going to give you fillers. I'm going to give you content. This is what we do. And you already know this is where we come together in the Cowboy Huddle and we talk Cowboy talk. So, hey, here we are. So today, I got a special guest today. Oh, yeah, I got a special guest today. But before we get started, again, like I said, I'm not here to give you a bunch of filler. We're here to talk barbershop talk. And I got a special guest that's going to come on. And he's going to join us today, and we're going to chop it up like we do in the barbershop. So before I say that, I got to give a big special shout out to all of the followers and all the subscribers. So let's get started with that. So first of all, I got to give a big thanks to the Cowboy Huddle Podcast Facebook, Cowboy Fan 365, We Them Boys, 520 Boys, Queen of Honor by Cowboys, Fan Club, Mexico, Cowboy Fan Zone 24/7, Guadalajara, Hard Hitters, Lifestyle, One Star, One Family. These are all groups, social media groups that share our content in their group. So let's give it up. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Like I always say, without you guys, man, we would not be where we are today. And I'm telling you, we are growing. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And with that being said, y'all know we got something else going on. You know, we're doing that hustle and flow type thing. So yeah, there it is. If you don't know, now you do. The Cowboy Huddle Podcast Apparel. Step in style with the Cowboy Huddle. New apparel represent our Cowboys while supporting the Cowboy Huddle Podcast. Great for tailgate parties, home game, as well as away game. Visit all of our apparel at www.cowboyhuddleapparel.com. Give it up. And again, man, I want to thank everybody that has taken out the time and went on our online store and have purchased that product. Again, send your pictures in because we want to post you in the apparel. As you see, I'm rocking my t-shirt, you know what I'm saying, with the big bow on the back. Oh, yeah, with the big logo on the back. But again, man, I just appreciate y'all for taking our time and supporting what we do. So with that being said, again, like I said, I would never get on this channel and just fill you guys with a bunch of fillers and a bunch of yakety yak, no talk back kind of crap. So again, yeah, I have been missing in action, but I am back. Let me turn this music down because we got to get right into this. Because this is a special surprise. So, and I just got to give a big thanks. So let me kind of introduce this individual. So this is a present player with the Dallas Cowboys. So he is an American football cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, yeah, that's what I said. Of the National Football League. He played college football for the Michigan State Spartans before graduating in 2019. He also played for the Michigan Panthers of the United States Football League. You hear what I said? So let's give it up for our very own Josh Butler. Give it up.
Thank y'all for having me.
What's going on, my guy? How you doing?
What's going on? Brother? Doing great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. So before I get started, I definitely got to give a big shout out to your little cousin, man. Shanae, you know, she set this thing up, man, and she knew what I've been doing. She said, Uncle G, I got somebody that you can bring on, and she been telling me about you. And man, I'm telling you, she set this up. So let's give it up for Shanae. So you doing okay today, my man?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. You know, I had a good workout this morning, and then just been with the dogs. But it's been hot. It's been real hot today, so I haven't been outside too much.
And I can believe because it was about 100 degrees today, man. And yeah, I know you can't wait to get to Oxnard because I know
Oh yeah,
that's where the weather is a lot better. You know what I'm saying, and it's a lot easier to practice in that type of weather because this weather down here in Texas, man, is bipolar for real. It's
yeah, it
crazy,
is.
you
It
know.
is.
But listen, I wanted to share something with everybody, man. So now you come out of West Mesquite High School, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
now so how was that? How was your venture and at West Mesquite and as far as the sports and all?
I really enjoyed my time there, and just being with the guys that I was with, it really made my experience with football so much better. Especially the coach that I had, Coach Ward. He had taught me a lot about playing defensive back, and just getting my skill level up to par. And he just kind of pretty much was a godfather to a lot of us because we spent majority of our time with him. He used to tell us how to study film, just the basics of just playing football. And then he also taught us more outside of football, making connections and stuff like that. So just being there and being able to have the opportunity and the people that we had, it just, set me up to have this life that I have now.
Right, right. So now wait a minute. I got to read. I got because this is something I found, Josh, and man, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Kudos to you, bro. But this is what I found. So I was looking on the Michigan Spartans page, and it says, as a high schooler, redshirt senior cornerback Josh Butler visited Michigan State by himself after traveling 49 hours via Greyhound bus from Dallas, Texas, over 1,000 miles away from his birthplace. So, brother, you got to elaborate. Wait a minute. That is bananas. No,
Yeah.
I mean 17. I didn't even go outside of Dallas, Texas.
Hmm.
So how did this? How did all this take place, my man?
So pretty much like I said, it's the people that was around me. So I didn't really have much money, and my dad didn't have much money at the time. So it was like, all right, we gotta get him somewhere. And we can't keep going to like little camps in Dallas and stuff like that, whatever. And all the colleges had finally started reaching out. Besides them coming down, it was like, all right, it's time to go on visits. But visits are expensive, and plane flights and all that stuff is expensive.
Yeah.
So we came up with the idea of just taking the Greyhound bus because it's way cheaper. And I didn't know it was gonna take that long. I knew it was gonna probably take like at most probably like 20 hours at most. But the only reason it took so long is because you have to wait at a station, you gotta wait for a new bus, get off, all that. It took forever for marriage cities, met so many people. I met Amish people for the first time. It was like I've been through Chattanooga, Tennessee. That was my first time ever hearing of it and stuff like that. So it was pretty much my first time ever going anywhere besides Miami. I've only been to Texas and Miami before that. Other than that, I haven't been nowhere else. So it was just a great experience to be able to go there and go through all the states and see what's out there for real. And it was a whole bunch of nothing for the most part. But as far as like getting up there and seeing like the environment, and when I actually made it to Michigan, I was like, I like it. I actually went when it wasn't cold, so I liked it. I really liked it a lot. I was like, I like it. I like this a lot. The weather was nice. It was a good 70 something, and it was beautiful too. And the state of Michigan is really beautiful. And when it's like the summer going into the fall,
Yeah.
leaves change and all that. It's nice up there at that time.
So being a Texas kid, going from extreme heat to cold, so I guess you adjusted pretty well, I guess, right?
No, not at all. Not at all. The first time they told us we had school and it was still like -2 outside, I was like, there's no way. I'm not going. There's no way you having us going outside and it's -2 degrees. And we still had practice. And I was like, man,
So
uh
were you second guessing yourself by that time? When you start seeing that you had to practice in this cold. I mean, did that kind of like you make yourself think, what was I thinking?
no, the practices wasn't that bad because we had an indoor facility. It was the games. The games was terrible because we played, in the Big Ten, you play in Minnesota sometimes. And sometimes you got to go to Wisconsin. And he's like, man, worse over there. And you're like, okay, we got to figure something out. Now I used to wear like plastic bags over my feet so they wouldn't freeze up. And then we had like these gloves where we would put like Vaseline in it just so we can stay warm, bro. It was terrible. We were like, why are we playing in this? No human should be able to play in that cold.
So this was games. This is how y'all prep for games with Vaseline, or is this practice?
Games too. Vaseline, we used to just because it's supposed to close the pores or something like that, but you just put it all over your body and then you put like some tights over it and it's supposed to keep you warm. It didn't work that well, but that was the only thing we had. There was nothing else we can do.
Yeah. So now, okay, so now you're in Michigan State. You're a full-time player there, and you're going to be there a while. So how was your time there at Michigan? I mean, what was your experience like?
Second home, basically. So just going up there, the people, the connection I had with the people up there is what really made me love the state even more. So just the people that I met along that time, a lot of the times people say you keep your alone like friends and the people you make in college. And I still stay in contact with a lot of my people I went to in college. And not only that, just being able to go up there and then being able to explore from going to Texas to Michigan. And it's like everything's different. The music's different. The food is different. The culture is different. You get to learn so much. And I really appreciated all of that. I took full advantage of just being in another place and being able to just enjoy my 4 or 5 years up there.
Right. Okay. So now we know you are a Michigan State product, and I'm gonna bring this up, and I'm gonna want to see how you're gonna answer to this. So this bittersweet or bitter or the rival between Michigan State and Michigan. I mean, it's not that much hate between y'all, is there really? I mean, that's just something y'all put on, or is it this? Is it really?
It's that deep. It's really that deep. And we got a lot of Michigan players on the Cowboys. I'm the only Spartan. I'm the only one. Keep that in mind. You got Jordan Lewis, you got Mozzie, who just got drafted, Luke Schoonmaker. You have so many people. Oh, Ferguson. I think he went there too.
Wisconsin.
Ferguson, we got somebody that went another tight end. I think they went to Michigan. Hendershot. Yes. We have so many on the team, and there's a lot of offensive players. And I'm like, man, every time they play, and they haven't been good since 21, since Kenneth Walker left. So it's been tough trying to get bragging rights. And I'm like, then they just won a national championship. So I can't say nothing right now. I'm like, y'all got it today. Yeah, y'all got it today. But the rivalry is deep.
So you're outnumbered because these guys, I'm sure they give you a hard time pretty much every time the conversation comes up. I'm sure they kind of rub it in your face all the time, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we do have Malik Hooker, and he went to Ohio State, so he rubbed it in both of our faces.
Yeah. And you got Zeke. You got Zeke. He's a Buckeye too.
Yeah, he is.
So yeah. So let me ask you this. So now talk about a little bit about your experience went from Michigan State to Michigan Panthers. How did that come about?
Say one more time.
Your journey from Michigan State to the Michigan Panthers. How did that come about?
So I graduated in my last year was 2020. So I finished off, but it was COVID year. And I was supposed to be the draft class of 2020. And that didn't end up happening. A lot of things happened from COVID. A lot of stuff got canceled. Our pro day got canceled. It was tough, but I have my master's degree in media and information for film and television. So I was like, okay, let me make my connections. And I started reaching out to people, reaching out to producers, reaching out to a whole bunch of people just in different areas. I was reaching out for people in New York, California, and Atlanta. That was pretty much the main 3 places to go for film and television of stuff that I wanted to do. So I was reaching out to people and asking questions, started asking my academic advisors. They helped out a lot with that too. and just connections and whatever. And somebody reached out to me. I was like, hey, yeah, do you have like a portfolio and all this? I had it all, had it already. I was already prepared, and that's the biggest part, is being ready. So I sent that over. He's like, yeah, if you free or whatever, we can put you in a movie and we can start doing this. And I started getting connected from that. Reached out to another guy. He's a big producer and just started getting all that's a PA for that. So I ended up moving to California in like August of 2020 and started just doing work out there, doing PA jobs and starting to get in my acting career up to par. So I was out there in California for literally for like 3 years, solely doing mostly just acting, television, and music. So that was my main thing. So mind you, I have not played football in 3 years. I was still trying though. I was still trying. So I did go to a bunch of camps and stuff in between. Tried to do a bunch of indoor stuff. Balled at all the camps. For some reason I just never got picked up. I also tried for I think it was a spring league in 21 or 22, one of those, but I only got picked up the last like 3 games, and so I didn't play much. But other than that, it was tough. It was really tough trying to figure something out. And man, by the grace of God, I was writing. Right, I usually write my prayers and stuff down, but I also had like a vision board I used to put up on my wall, and I tell myself, I'm gonna get this done, I'm gonna get this done, I'm gonna get that done. So basically, just having a vision, waking up every single day and seeing it. And one of them was like sign an NFL contract, and it was just still on there. It was months and months went past, but it was still on there. But I was still motivated, and I was still reaching out, trying to reach out to people, email people, whatever it could possibly be. So it's like 3 a.m. in California, and the GM from the Michigan Panthers, he calls me, and I'm up. I don't know why I'm up. I don't know, probably just stress or something, whatever. But he called me, and he's like, "Oh, is this Josh Butler?" I was like, "Yeah, who is this?" And I see anybody number that's a Michigan number, because like I said, I loved it. That was my people. And so I answered, and he was like, "Yeah, is this Josh Butler, or are you still playing football?" I said, "Yes." Real fast. Yes. He's like, "Oh yeah, you got your highlights and stuff like that." Like I said, being prepared and ready. I already have my highlights with all my links in my notes. So all I did was literally copy that and sent it over to his email. Quick. He called me back 3 hours later and was like, "We want to sign you on a contract." When I need to be there. He told me or whatever. I tried to, I got my dogs. I got 2 dogs. And I was like, I can drive from California to Michigan. Just give me 3 days. That's all I need. He's like, okay. And went up there, balled out. In they first, we had 1 scrimmage game, balled out in that, and then they made me the starter after that. And that was the rest was history. So I just balled out the rest of the year.
Man, let me say this, and just listening to you, man, I you know what, I really got to give you praise, brother, for what just listening to you, how you're so independent and how you have taken on the mission. And I kid you not. I just came up with this, a man on a mission, brother, and everything that you are saying, it sounds like you are on a mission. And I even titled this Something to Prove with Josh Butler, Dallas Cowboys DB. So, and because I was looking at your highlights and I was kind of reading things that, as far as some of your stories, and it's all aligning, man. And I'm listening to you, and that's exactly what you are. You are a man on a mission. So we got to give it up for that, man. Wow. So you mean to tell me you drove from California to Michigan?
You said it. Say it again.
I say, so you mean to tell me you drove from California to Michigan?
I drive everywhere. As you can see, if I got a way, I'm going. That bus ride, it don't matter what it is. If I can get there, I can get there. So I've driven from Texas to Michigan. I've driven from Texas to California, California to Michigan. When I moved, the move was crazy, because I moved from California to Michigan. Then I got picked up by Dallas, right? But training camp is in California, so I moved back to California, and then from California to Texas. So I did that whole little drive all over again, and I had to. So what was that? thankfully, I still had my apartment in California. I was just like subleasing it out until like we was done with the season. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna do that just in case the little football stuff don't work out. Thank God it
Right.
worked out. I got picked up or whatever, and I was like, all right, cool. Now I'm done with I'm done with California. Now I have to move to Texas, and we had a short window between camp and the season. They gave us about 4 or 5 days. So I was like, I called our equipment guy. I was like, hey, is there a way what I'm saying, I can get like my stuff possibly picked up or whatever? And he was like, do y'all know anybody, like any movers or something I can use? And he was
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, but it's gonna take like a couple weeks or blah blah whatever. I'm like, bro, I don't have nothing. I don't have like nothing to move in, no clothes, no nothing. I only had like one bag. I didn't have my dogs. I didn't have nothing. I was like, oh crap. Okay. My dogs was in California, and everything is there. So I was like, you know what? I took a flight, landed in LA, drove my car, packed up my stuff in a U-Haul, and moved back to Texas. Took me like 2 days, and I made it right before. Yeah, did a whole 2 seasons of football, which is crazy.
Josh, the journeyman Butler. Give it up. Wow. That's bananas, man. I mean, dude, you goodness. So, man, listen. So, we're talking about journeys. So, let's talk about your journey with the Cowboys and how
Mhm.
that come about.
So with the Cowboys, they was doing a lot of scouting, and they do a lot of scouting for the UFL. It's called the UFL now. Like they reached out to me. They called me. They had my number already. They reached out to me. They was like, "Yeah, we want to bring you in for like a tryout." And I was like, "All right, cool. When I need to be there?" And he's like, "It's in Oxnard, California." At the time, I was already in California. I was like,
Yeah.
"That's a 30-minute drive. I can be there in 30 minutes. You need me?" He's like, "Yeah, we go bring you in on Tuesday." Cool. I went down there, did my thing with my workout. It was tough. It's a tough workout. I have no time. I ain't had no time to recover from the season, so it was tough. And it was just me by myself. Usually, when people do tryouts, it's like 2 or 3 people, but they was going
Right.
through the drills fast. I was like, bro, I was like, ain't no way, ain't no way they got me going through these drills this fast. But I did it, and then like the same day, they was like, yeah, we want to sign you to camp. That's all right, cool. I was like, that's all I needed. That's all I told
Yeah.
myself. That's all I needed was the opportunity. That's all I needed. Um, and training camp was tough. It was really tough. It's really hard for undrafted players, and
Yeah.
they got their guys and they stuff like that. But the opportunity comes from the preseason games, and
Right.
I came in super super late. I didn't have no spring with them or nothing, so I was also learning the plays, trying to learn everything, learning the playbook, all of that. So I had limited time trying to figure out and pick up on all of this stuff. But I was grinding really hard, asking questions. The thing I do love about this team, if you ask somebody, they will help you. They don't matter who
Mhm.
you are. You know what I'm saying? They will help you out. And I really love that. I appreciate that about this team. That they are really a family oriented team. And it's like, oh, you need help. But at the end of the day, it's still up to you to be able to execute. But as far as you asking questions, they will help you out. And I really appreciate that. And I love that for them. And
Yeah.
but like I said, the camp part of it was really coming from the games. The preseason games mattered the most. So at the time we had it split up between halves. Like sometimes we'll go the first 2 halves and then like other people finish the second half or whatever. But we had 2 quarters to prove
Yeah.
ourselves. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Well, I did whatever I did, whatever time. And whenever somebody came and ran big hits, somebody came would throw the ball back pass breakups, all types of stuff. Running to the ball, just being, the absolute extra. Being on special teams really helps out a lot. Trying to
Yeah.
get involved, like, hey, you need me on this one, blah blah this, whatever. Just being in front of the coach, as being right next to the coach, because sometimes he be like, you never know when he call your name either.
That's
You're like,
right.
all right, go in, and then if you're not around and you don't hear him and stuff like that, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, It is
Yeah,
crazy, but just stuff like that, just being ready. Like I said, I mentioned before, that's something to have prepared, just being ready. And I
yeah,
was doing a little stuff, just making sure I was studying a lot, and so I can know the players. Whenever we'll go in, we'll have like film study and stuff, and like the coach asked me just to make sure I'm following along. I'm like, oh, what you doing this, blah blah whatever, and then I have like the right answer. Just
mhm,
basically showing myself like I'm ready, I'm prepared, I'm ready for whatever you throw me in there. I know what to do, type
yeah,
of thing. But
you,
I think it was the Raiders game, the last preseason game, is where I really turned it up, because not only did we start the entire game. So instead of
yeah,
having 2 quarters, we had a full game to prove ourselves, and I had the most tackles, the most pass breakups on the team as a corner, and I
yeah.
was like, hey man, I grinded, and just that alone was enough for them to see like, okay, this dude got something.
Right. Right. And you know what? And it's funny that you brought up that game because that was the highlight that I watched. And I said, you know what? This kid here has something. This kid is not, you got some DBs that make business decisions. They ain't gonna go in there with their head down. They ain't gonna go for them legs. They gonna probably reach around and make some tackle. But now one thing I can say about Josh Butler, and from I'm watching this highlight tape against the Raiders, this young man here has heart. And I've seen it. And if you haven't watched this guy has heart. And man, and that's why when I see your play, this is why I come up with the title, something to prove. And I know it's something to prove because, like you say, if the coaches call you and you're nowhere to be found, you just might miss the opportunity, right?
Definitely.
You
Yeah.
just might miss the opportunity. I don't care if they call you to get in one play. You better make that your best play because
Yep.
you might not get called the rest of the game. So I guess it's your mindset as well, knowing that, as an undrafted free agent, and you got rookies behind, you got veterans. And like I said, my son, he played with the Cowboys. So I've experienced it from a parent aspect, and it can be what can I say? Uh it can be mind-boggling sometimes. It can be confusing. No, I'm not gonna say confusing. It can be frustrating at times as well. But I guess it's all about how you make it. Is that right?
Yeah, it's all about how you make it. Like I said, it's really just the connections and everything. Just building a relationship. That's pretty much the best thing you can possibly do, is build a relationship. No matter if
Yeah,
it's with a player, no matter if it's with a coach. Um, get in with somebody. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Just don't sit there thinking, oh, I run this, I run that, blah blah whatever. Just get in with somebody, have a good connection with somebody, no matter if it's a strength coach, special
yeah.
teams, your DB coach, whatever. It's just being a good person matter too. Um, but
Attitude.
like I said, yeah, attitude. But you also it's still a business.
Yeah. You gotta work. You gotta work. You gotta put in that work, man.
It's yeah,
You gotta
go out there
you
and
gotta put in that
yeah.
work.
Hmm.
But so let me ask you this then. I mean, and I know you, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the 2020 year because that was just so devastating, man. So many people just got the sham job, man, because it was a bad time.
Yeah.
But I got to give you much due props, man, for not quitting. I had a friend of mine, his son went to Midwestern State, 2020 graduate, you know, and it hurt him. But again, I just to see what you're doing and how you grinding, man. It says a lot about yourself, and I'm definitely going to continue to support you. But I want to ask you this here, man, and I'm not going to hold you much longer. But so, what is it like playing for Mike Zimmer?
Well, we haven't had a full season yet, so but he is a cool guy right now, just learning the scheme of everything, and he's just super straightforward, and all about business and stuff right now. But I'm pretty sure as we get to know him a little bit more, because he's only been around a couple months now, but I'm pretty sure as we get to go a little bit more, we'll get to learn
Ne-
around each other all day for the like 60 days. So just that alone. But I'm glad he's back, He was there when we won the Super Bowl back in '95. I wasn't even born yet, but
Man,
but
man.
but he is back, and just having that around and the guy who has won a Super Bowl on that team, just to have him back around is going to be something great.
Yeah. So let me ask you this question, and I want to, because as far as just listening to you, man, you seem like you got your head on straight. And again, I say Josh Butler, man on a mission, and that's basically everybody that's watching this. I want you to watch this player. This guy has something, man. Maybe the media won't give him the media time, but we're definitely going to continue to watch and continue to put your name out there, because I know what I got a good feeling about what you can do. But let me ask you this: so, what motivates you? What motivates you on a daily basis?
Um, Besides just self motivation, what really motivates me is just being able to provide not only for myself but my little family that I have, my dogs. Seeing I know they're dogs and all, but just seeing them happy and traveling with me, and no matter where they at, I finally got a house and got them a backyard to play in and stuff instead of being in an apartment. Just upgrading in life, and I want to build my family, my relationship. I got a lady. I want to be able to start a family with her and everything, and just being able to know I'm well taken care of right now. And besides just chasing a dream from a child, being able to see that, and my parents who passed away, they love the Cowboys.
Give
Just
it
to
up.
know, yeah, just to know I'm actually on the team now. I know they'll be super super proud. But like I said, that self motivation, and you got to invest in yourself. You got to have that
Mhm.
self confidence, man. Y'all look in the mirror. Like I said, I used to have a vision board of stuff that I really want to do in life and want to achieve in life. And no, ain't nobody gonna make you do it. You got to get up and do it yourself. You got to go out and do the little runs. You got to go out, and it's just the little stuff. Because like I
It
said,
is.
it's all about being prepared. Because that call, I could have told that dude, no, I'm not even in shape no more. I could have got out of shape. I could have, what I'm saying, all type of stuff. I could have not worked out. It could have been a lot of things that could have went into a factor for me to not be ready, but I was. And like I said, you don't really have nobody else pushing yourself, because you every day you got to wake up out of that bed. You got to make the bed. You got to go out there and grind. And got to come back and repeat and keep
Mhm.
moving forward. So it's just pretty much that self motivation, what you really want, and go get it. You know what I mean? So just being able to just do that and have that mindset, it's definitely hard. I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's tough. It's a lot of times I felt like giving up. A lot of times, but the thing is, I never gave up. I always speaking it into existence. People ask me what I did for those past year. I said, "Oh, I play football. I'm just a free agent." That's all I was saying. I was speaking into existence. I play football.
Yeah.
Years. So it was tough, but just being able to just have that mindset, like I'm not giving up on this, and I refuse, because it was people making. I was envious. I was like, it's people making it. I know I'm better than, what I mean, stuff like that. But
Knowing you better than right.
oh, but I locked him up in college. How he make it?
Exactly, man. So, what number will you be wearing this year? So everybody can kind of keep an eye out for you. What number you going to still wear? 31.
Yeah, I'm more at 31.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Well, I'll tell you what, we are over here at the Cowboy Huddle Podcast, man. We definitely are supporting you, man. And we're definitely going to be watching. And I will be in Oxnard. So I will be videoing and doing some reports on you out there. But we're definitely going to get your name out there. So let me ask you this. So where can people find you if, outside of tonight's show?
My social media platforms.
Yes, sir.
Uh, all platform is Josh Butler TV.
Okay, repeat that one more time. I think you kind of froze up a little. Say that again.
All of my social media platforms is at Josh Butler TV. That's Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. Every single platform is Josh Butler TV.
That's what's up, man. So let's give it up for Josh Butler, man. Again, I watched your video, man, and I mean, dude, you got a nose for the ball, brother. I'm telling you. So I'm sure that if everybody's watching tonight, one star, one family, they're a big big friends of mine. I'm sure they're going to share this video. We got a lot of other content creators out there that's going to watch this. So we're all going to be pulling for you, man. And we want to say thank you for, taking out time and sitting down with us, man. But I'm really pulling for you, and I know you're going to bring something to the table. And like you said, it's not easy. Knowing that you have rookies coming in, you got veterans coming in, and you're steady trying to fight for a position. But again, folks, you got to watch this kid. This kid, Josh, the journeyman Butler, is definitely on a mission. So let's give it up one more time for Josh Butler. So again, are we ready for the training camp? Are we in shape and ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, we ready. We always
All right.
ready.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So with that, man, we're not gonna hold you any longer. But everybody, I want to say to you out there that's watching this video, make sure you do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe button. And again, he's giving you a social media platform, so make sure you follow him on his social media platform. And with that being said, guys, we are not gonna hold you any longer. What I want to say is always stay safe and continue to be blessed. Deuces.